Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's episode, it is 3:45 a.m. I'm not really sure why. It's your once a week, it's late, and I don't know why video. 3:45. I almost recorded this at 3:45 p.m. today. Actually, I was just kind of sitting here going, what am I going to do with my day today? I don't know. I could record Monster Train ahead of time. That didn't happen for unknown reasons. What did I do today? I don't know. Anyway, how you doing? How's it going? It is Friday, going into Saturday, early Saturday or late night Friday, depending on your perspective. And we're playing Monster Train, if you can believe that. I know, I thought I'd switch it up on the channel today and play some Monster Train. Haha, I'm hilarious. Yeah, hope you're doing well today. I don't have a whole lot to tell you. I said I was gonna get Final Fantasy going and Phoenix Wright going. I cut up Phoenix Wright, so I hopefully today will upload the first part of the first stream for Phoenix Wright. The videos are gonna be pretty long, but mostly I just want to keep the VODs for future, because some people will be like, hey, did you play the first 3 games? And I'll say, yeah. And they'll say, hey, can I watch that? And then I'll say, haha, no. Those VODs are dead and gone. Those VODs are long gone, and I did not save things in 2019, because what the hell, how did we get here? Who are all you people? But yeah, I got the next few Final Fantasies ready to go, and Cranberry and I started another new series, so I need to really get through all Final Fantasy so we can upload that, and then yeah, I'll get Ace Attorney up at some point too. Been doing a lot of video gaming lately, and I'd like to do more first looks, but that one's harder because I just have to find games that I want to play. I haven't done the best about networking with people, so, you know, not a whole lot of people know I exist to send me keys to play their games. Should I reach out? Yeah, sure. Am I gonna? Nah. I need the developers to reach out to me, because I don't know what the hell's coming up. I just look at Steam every now and then and go, hey, this looks cool. Potion maker? I'm in. Let's make a video about that. Anyway, let me ask you a question and let's get going. Today's question, I have one prepared. I thought of this one today because I heard an ad in keeping with the season. Have you ever been to a haunted house? Or anything like that, maybe like a haunted field, haunted barn, something like that. You ever go to one of those? It's like a whole genre of thing. It's something that exists, and I've never really understood it myself. I've never been to one. But like you go here and you walk through and we scare you idea. I've always thought it's weird. As the one that I heard on the radio today, they were like, this is an actual haunted location. The special effects are so insane, you'll really think there's a ghost chasing you. And it feels like that advertisement in particular was trying to present to me 2 different angles of fear. It was trying to present to me it's actually haunted and this lady's ghost is back to kill people, and then also we're trying to present that the special effects are so insane that you'll really believe what we're saying here. And I was like, which one? You gotta pick a side here, I feel like. You can't be on both sides of this fence, right? But that's what I heard on the radio today. And then I was thinking, I wonder if anyone's ever been to one. Because I've never been to one. There have been many that I know about. Usually they're like high school fundraiser things. Hey, come hang out in our haunted field. We'll scare you good. It seems like they're just a recipe for disaster, though. I can't imagine it. I also don't like being scared, so it's a double reason for me to not go. But yeah, let me know. And let's begin the run, shall we? We shall. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Wurmkin, Umbra, Pushback, Talus, Shadow Arcus, Chase, Seraph, Echo Infusion, Making of a Morsel, and Forgotten Trade. Sure. Echo Infusion is cool. Making of a Morsel is cool. I do have a Consume spell. Also, Echo Seedling, if we get Shroud Spike, could be really cool. I doubt, I am out of my mind if I click Echo Seedling here for Shroud Spike. We're picking Dun Echo. Absolutely out of my gourd if I do that one. I think I played Decayer last time. I should play Decayer again. This is a very good start for Decayer. And I'm not super comfortable with Infector. That being said, I also feel like Decayer is better with Umbra though, because you can play a Gorge unit above this guy, and that can be your Relentless idea. Is this chef might be the only possible situation I can think of where you could play a Crucible dog. Because this chef can answer everything else. So if you have a dude sitting up there with like 40 lifesteal and 100 attack, he'll kill the Divinity for you. Huh, I hadn't thought about that before now. You know what, I'll take it. I was gonna talk myself into taking Infector even though I don't really like it that much, but let's try to play a Crucible boy. It's been a while since I've gotten to play one. My audio settings are a nightmare right now because I keep moving in my chair a lot. I've been moving non-stop during these videos. I don't know if you can tell or not. I don't know how clear or unclear that is, but I have been moving non-stop in these videos. I'm gonna play top floor here, by the way. I think it's better for a few reasons. Against this combat, I only really need to think about... Well, yeah, this is worth doing in-depth explanation during the combat. For this clergyman combat, the only thing that I really need to think about is... basically, I don't need extra time for these enemies to die from Reap. They should, keyword being should, all die on this floor. There's no heavies here. They don't need to slowly pass away. Nothing like that. So the only thing that I need to think about is how I kill the boss. And how I kill the boss is by having my chef have a lot of health. He has a lot of health by being on the top floor where the rage has already ticked down. On top of that, we have Shadesplitter and Making of a Morsel, both of which are very good cards. Now sadly, all of this thinking has led me to taking 2 damage, so I guess I am actually the fool. As it turns out, indeed I am the fool. That's alright. That's 2 damage. I mean, if we've learned anything in recent memory, damage taken in this combat isn't really final. Ideally, you have higher health so that you can be a little more safe in your aggressing, but I still think top 4 is correct. I fear that I would not kill the boss here nearly as easily because by playing top 4, we saved ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. We saved ourselves 36 damage playing top 4 on the chef because that's 4 damage per clergyman and there's 9 clergymen. You could maybe play mid 4, but then you play less morsels. In this run, I like Bounding Echoes the most. Infused Bounding Echoes, we have 2 Echo Infusions already. Infused Bounding Echoes makes a lot of sense here. Click it. I like Space Prism and I like Mind Collapse. Which one do I like more? Great question. I think I like Space Prism more. That's good. I don't want to play Shadow Siege, though. Didn't I just do a Shadow Siege run? That might have been for Hell Rush. The thing right now about Shadow Siege is that he is a good unit. If you're unaware, this infusion is insane. Plus 60, plus 50 on a unit is huge stats. That's representative of like 30 incants on a Siren, for example. Or 20, depending on if you have the infusion or not. I said we were going to do this and play Crucible Dog, though, so let's play a Crucible Dog. This is what I said I wanted to try out, so this is what we're trying out today. We have a few more answers to find on this one. Damage shield, plus 3 per echo. The infusion, by the way, God, that infusion is it's so gross, but not in a good way. It is really just so disappointing. I want to play Morsel Maker. This is going to be a weird line that we're going to play here, and I'm okay with that. I do think it's very bad to do Morsel Maker tank ideas. So how do I keep my chef alive? I don't know. What's this Morsel Maker doing? I don't really know that either. You know, we got some stuff going on, and we're gonna kind of work out what we're doing here. Anything important to Value Stone? No. So let's review where we are. We have the Chief. We have this Morsel Maker, and we have Crucible Collector. What's the rough outline that I see for this run? I see Chef bottom floor, Crucible Collector middle floor, maybe top floor depending on relics. I feed Crucible Collector on the Divinity morsels, and then and the morsel cards are generated through these purple cards, which can be played anywhere. So I get echoes to trigger the chef, and then I place the morsels for Crucible Collector to eat. the Echoes from the Chef kill all of our enemies, and then Crucible Collector finishes the boss. That is our rough outline of every combat. Where does Morsel Maker fit in? I don't know. The big question mark on this run is how do I keep Chef alive? The problem with Morsel Maker is he gets obliterated by the Harvest Wave. This unit dies so hard. I'm going to put Damage Shield 3 here. I've talked it out a bit. I'll put Damage Shield 3 here and we're going to move on. Damage Shield 3, I don't know if I'm keeping this unit for the infusion or not. But we're going to do this. I think Spikes 3 should be okay. Yeah, so overall I don't really know 100% what the game plan is here, but we're doing something. That much I do know. I think ideally what I would like to do on this run is I would like to play Chef middle floor and Crucible Collector top floor. It's not always going to be a viable idea, but that's ideally what I want to play. A shame about the Collector here as well. If I put a Train Steward up here, it stops this enemy. I have to put one Echo up there, but I can do that. Yeah, I can put one Echo up here. I didn't want to have to rely on putting 2 Echoes up there is all. Yeah, so Morsel Maker frontline strategy used to be much better than it is now. Feeding 40 or 30 armor to frontline is not good on the Harvest Wave. It is really, really bad. I think it is bad enough that you have to reconsider the whole idea. Because Morsel Maker, he's really not that bad of a tank. You can give him some HP ups to make his HP look passable, and he comes with 2 chump blockers, and the Umbra Morsel in front sometimes takes multiple hits. And on interim waves, he just gives himself 6/6. All of these things are pretty good for him, make great cases for him, but that Harvest Wave, man, it really ruins him. It really ruins him. I'm down to take an infused Proclamation here. This card is very good. I want to play Prismal Dust, I think. Maybe I want to take Mind Collapse. Hard question. I think I'm gonna take one of these for sure. Which one's better? I think it's probably Mind Collapse. Remember the Relentless plan. Do I think this line is good? I don't really think so, but I'm gonna see it through. Mark of an Exile makes it much easier to believe in Chef. Giving him an extra 50% max HP, he might not even need a healer at that point. Or sorry, a frontliner at that point. However, refracting lenses you do love to see. I'm gonna go Mark of an Exile here, however, your mileage there may vary. Right, so like, is Keeper of Echoes just outright better than Morsel Maker? In my humble opinion, the answer is roughly in order, no, 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 yes, 100% yes. However, I don't think he's that good here. Could you ever fit both of them? I could take space and I could fit both of them. The problem with that, I guess you don't have to take space too, you could intrinsic space prism. The problem is, of course, Morsel Maker ruins that if you draw Morsel Maker first. And I have 3 draw priority units and that gets kind of messy, but it's an interesting idea as well. I'm gonna take this money. We're gonna skip that. I'm here for Morsel Maker. This is Morsel Maker's time to shine. Yo, these are all really good. Oh wow. All 3 of these relics are extremely good. So you have a draw relic of Mask of Penumbra. You have an energy relic of Forever Flame. Or you have Chain of Gems, which is survivability. I think it's Chain of Gems, so we can take draw. This deck isn't super draw reliant. Everything should end up being purple, and we just play a bunch of purple. Forever Flame would have been good if I took Keeper of Echoes, but I skipped him, so I don't need -2. And then Chain of Gems, you know, 2 damage shield on my morsels every turn is going to be good. Merge unit, get an upgraded version. Purchase spell. You can have a spell. You can have... It's spreading, money, or Bone Dog. I give Making of a Morsel here. Spreading and money are better on Echo Infusion, but Bone Dog is better on Making of a Morsel. Ooh, that's a good point though. If I get Spreading, it's kind of worthless on this, and if I get Bone Dog, it's worthless on this. So it's a 1 and 3. I actually think, you know, when you put it like that, I think Spreading Echo Infusion is better than... I'd rather look for... How do you put this? I would rather look for the Spreading on the Echo Infusion than the Bone Dog on the Making of a Morsel. That's how I put that. That's what I'm trying to say there. Alright, push back Talus. We are kind of insulated against this boss, to be fair. I remember back in the old days, I used to say I felt like you should stop yourself at 3 damage shield units, or sorry, 3 draw priority units, I mean to say. I do not believe that anymore. I think 2 is as many as you want, unless they're all the same. I'm gonna place Crucible Collector. This is maybe wrong. I'm not that worried here, though. So, common position that we find ourselves in, I have to make sure that I don't spend all of this combat trying to play catch-up because of this wave. This is your important note. Your important lesson. I also need to have a turn where I don't spend Chain of Gems like I just did. Yeah, I can play a little catch-up here because I'm caught up, so we can try to return to being caught up. Like this, yeah. I wanna do Fracture on the front guy. Let me come down here. And I'm mostly caught up. I do not want to play Rubble Morsels here. I'll play it, it's fine. If you don't have Chain of Gems spent, then it'll get spent on the Antumbra Morsel, which is cool. I think it's the Antumbra Morsel. Yeah, we're gonna take a few bits of chip damage here, but that's not the end of the world. I also, by spending on these middle floors, place future echoes, which can be used on turns like this, right? And any turn where an enemy walks by, basically. So realistically, I'm just here to try and pick off Overcharged Apprentice right now. I do want to play Morsel Miner. Yeah. Okay. 2 ideas here. Option A is put more damage on Apprentice. Option B, the better option, is to put another Echo mid-floor, killing Forged Disciple, killing Forged Disciple number 2 to Crucible Collector as well. Okay. I didn't put a whole lot of Reap on to Talus. However, we have like we have a reasonable number of Echoes on each floor and nothing walked by, so I feel alright. You're gonna be scary. Probably. Maybe not. Maybe this guy's just scaled enough. This deck would like, as I often feel with Reap Chef, this deck would like the Soul Siphon card, and it would like a... Oh hey, you're in the back. Weird. Yeah, I'd like Soul Siphon on this run, and I would like Base Charge. Always want Base Charge on these decks. But yeah, early game wasn't really that much of a stretch to find a winning idea here. 4 damage taken. We took a total of 6 in the early game, which is absolutely fine. This is an interesting question mark. Each of these cards has a point. So Echoes of the Past, I don't need this because I'm not really scaling my damage in that way. I'm scaling my damage through having purple, not through spending it on damage increases. Strong card though. Like I do want to make an aside. I think that Echoes of the Past is one of the strongest cards in the game. This thing does so much for you. Shroud Mitosis. It's pretty good. It's purple, and there's always going to be a morsel for it to duplicate thanks to Morsel Master's or Morsel Maker's existence. Or Unearth Remains, just no context, play an Echo. That's pretty good. Even for 2 energy, this card is pretty good. The fact that you get an extra slot, yeah, whatever. I want to pay, I'll pay 2 energy for an Echo sometimes. You can always make it cost less. Lean a little bit to Shroud Mitosis, because making 3, making of morsels. Yeah, I'm going to go Shroud Mitosis, because we're playing morsel stuff, but worth considering the other idea there. I've seen 3 Crucible Collectors on this run. Huh. I could take another Morsel Maker. You know what I want from the Umbra banner, right? You know what I want from the Umbra banner? I want Morsel Master from the Umbra banner. Can I go into the Umbra banner? Magic Shop's a little bit better. Skill Shop does give me an upgrade for Crucible Collector, though. Yeah, I'll skip. And then I want to take Draw. And then maybe Energy. What do we got here? Endless +3 per Echo +25. I have seen 4 Crucible Collectors on this run. That's a lot. That's a lot of Crucible Collectors to see. I'm sticking with him. This is my boy. I was thinking about this run not too long ago. It's time to put it to action. Does it work? I'll give him a +25. I don't think you give Crucible Collector multi-strike. You give him Echo Stone? Probably not. I don't think I give this guy multi-strike, do I? It's weird because, so, man, I haven't had to think about this in so long. Do you give Crucible Collector multi-strike? It's a situation where multi-strike doesn't do anything in Relentless for Crucible Collector. The reason for that, the only way that it does is if Crucible Collector's base damage is lower than the enemy's attack in Relentless, because otherwise, if he has 40 lifesteal and he does more damage than he takes, he has to live those 40 rounds, right? So he has to do 40 times his attack. So if he has like 30 attack here, he would do 40 times 30, which is 1200. If instead you have 40 times 2, or sorry, 30 attack here, 30 times 2 and 40 lifesteal, he's going to do 60 damage, but he's going to get half as many rounds. So he only gets 20 rounds instead of 40 before he's out of lifesteal. That's a really interesting thing, because if I'm 100% certain that I'll kill every enemy with Spine Chef's Reap effect here, I should not take multi-strike. It's just a waste of money. I'm not 100% certain of Spine Chef though. For good reason, I believe, as well. So I think I will take multi-strike as a result. But it's a bit of a thinker there. We click remove on any, say bye-bye to all of the non-purple cards. I guess I'm gonna put Morsel Maker on Morsel Maker. We're gonna go Decayer all the way. Does this run win, you think? What do you think? Does this run win? You can probably look at the time and take a pretty educated guess, actually. I should have looked at that temple as well. I should have double-checked a lot of things there that I did not. Mark of Invasion. I don't do it on these guys, though. I don't do it on Haste Combat. Mark of Invasion on this Haste Combat can lead to some real disasters occurring. This is a bad turn 1 as well, so it would have been pretty rough. Should make the morsels first. Right away we're going to be rewarded for this, I believe. 32 times 2, not really. A little bit, I suppose. Get him, buddy. So I would prefer to not take that 9 times 2. I think I will kill it. The fact that I missed this collector, not that big of a deal. This is definitely a run for energy for reasons of just playing our first few turns out, really. I need help playing these first few turns. I don't have enough energy. I'll Shroud Mitosis, the Antumbra Morsel. Oh yeah, that does make sense. I had to double check that, but yeah, that checks out. You don't lose the 6-1 anymore. Cool. Is this not good? Does this not kill anything? I'm not sure this kills anything anymore. Like, now that I'm starting to look at the numbers, I guess once you get to this point, you put 13 Reap down that quickly. That wasn't too bad. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'm glad I took this multi-strike, that's for sure. Okay, one of these turns I need to not play a morsel so that I can shift my damage shield. Oh, wait. Never mind. That's not how it works at all. I don't know shit. I thought that worked completely differently. So, with how Chain of Gems interacts with Morsel Maker, it's actually bad. Because, I guess it's not bad, I'm just wasting it more aptly. Holy shit. This Relentless is going to be so long. Oh my god. Okay, I don't think it's going to be as long since I killed that one attack enemy. No, it's going to be long. We're killing enemies. We killed this guy 38 damage at a time. That was a lot. That was a bit. That was quite a bit. Wow, all three of these cards are also very good. Eternal Kinstone, 1 energy, add a permanent echo. Pretty good. If this gets infused, 1 energy, add 2 echoes. Pretty good. Return Soul, limited number of uses, but lets me just play like 3 echoes in a turn. Soul Cripple, 13 Reap, and it's infused. I lean towards Return Soul here, so I will click that. I think holdover on that card is very good, and then we fill up on spells that are playable. Monster Train, not these. I could take Gem Trove, maybe. I don't think it's good. I think it's really hard to play this. You have to find value stones. I could take Excavation Eruption, I guess. Yeah, sure, you know what? We're doing some Umbra experimentation in this run. Do I want this Echo Infusion back right now? I think I'll take it, yeah. I've been taking it at 25 instead of 35 lately. Have I noticed a difference? Nah, not really. But I like to do it. I just want my card back, really. These swords are all gone. This Stealth Boss could be weird. I don't think Stealth Boss is going to be weird, but it could be weird. It's in my temple as well. Purge and plus 30. I don't hate Extreme Stoning any of these. I think it's best on Mind Collapse. 0 energy, deal 30. And if it kills, gain 2 energy is pretty good. One of the better ones to give that sort of an upgrade to. What do I want to duplicate? I think I mean, if you duplicate Return Soul, you run yourself out of cards. I just have to click on any card they show me, basically. That's okay, though. I really think it is. I think Return Soul is extremely strong in this deck. I don't want to purge any of my spells right now because I have these Return Souls ideas. I got 2 temples to suss it all out. Alright. Nice. Not a Stealth Boss. How afraid am I of the Spell Shield? Not very. Makes Proclamation worse, but that's okay. I'm going and hunting down some... Yeah, this is fine. Going and hunting down some... holdovers would not be a bad play. I want to play just the one that gives me money. I don't want to run out of echoes here. That's really going to be our eternal fight, not running ourselves out of echoes, but any combat with harvests on it is going to be scary as well. I don't like to see it. You're going to go here and catch me a collector, yeah. And then we can put up 15 Reap on this guy. Yeah. I should burn Forgotten Trade when I see it. I don't want to draw that card again. 3 HP. I should have put a Fracture on this front enemy, but that's okay. We have answers. Shade Splitter. I do want to put Fracture here. Yeah. I'll kill this. The problem is that our damage is going to fall off pretty heavily. Also going to fall off pretty quickly. I don't want to bring back Shade Splitter on this, but actually, yeah, I do. I want to find a better card. Okay. That's just another Rubble Morsel. That's fine. I guess it's lifesteal. Wouldn't mind picking up a Grovel on this run. -1? Plus 20, -1. Yeah, that makes sense. Why did I play that? Good question. Why did I play that? Not really sure. Not like it was ever gonna do anything there. Yeah, I get to make too many making of morsels actually. Should've pulled Shroud Mitosis back instead. Doesn't really matter. That turn was a bit of autopilot, but it also was not a very important turn. There's Overcome filling out another floor. So now, I mean, this will be a good test of Crucible Collector here. Can the boy really handle it? Does Crucible Collector have what it takes to clean up? Is he the relentless answer of my dreams? I hope so. Okay, here. I do less damage for doing that, but I want the money, so it's worth it, of course. As long as his backline is better. Actually, they're inconsequential. Yeah, they don't matter. Our boy does it. As if there was any doubt. There was no doubt, in case you were wondering. I always knew that this guy was strong. I'm gonna click Return Soul if they show it to me every time. Right now. And I don't mind. I really like Cannibalize here. Any of these cards is good. I'm gonna take Cannibalize. I just want to click on any purple spell right now. Any purple spell, ideally it costs 1. It can cost more, but ideally 1 cost purple spells is this game's name right now. For a Permafrost Bounding Echoes. This is a money, right? Yeah. I don't want to remove any of these cards. I actually want every single one of these cards. You know what card I don't want? I don't want Forgotten Trade. Never want to draw that. I want all of these though. Fractures are good. Shade Splitters are good. Turn Soul's good. I need to keep my spells up so I have fodder for Return Soul. So I don't want to remove anything here, really. Put a -1 on Excavation Eruption. I'm gonna leave Proclamation open for a +10 piercing. Hold over. I am going to hold over Return Soul. It's Morsel Generation, it's Echoes wherever I want them, it's everything I need. You starting to feel like this run might be a winner? I'm starting to kind of get a feel. I'm like, you know, starting to get that little bit of I think I can do this. No, I think it's wrong to remove any card here. I think they're all important. Let's do it. I'm almost out of water. Huh. I'm out of water. Huh. Our biggest foe is turn 1. Because Morsel Maker costs 2, turn can be a little tough. But however, the Inspire Reap effect does not cost anything to play. I can give up this Echo Infusion, the 1 Echo I lose for it, and still get the money. It is fine. You're gonna go top floor, Crucible Collector. Our Morsel Maker goes to 0 attack here as well. He's not going to because I'm gonna play Mind Collapse on them, but he would. Exhibit A. It's the first time that Mind Collapse has gotten to do its thing, but Mind Collapse does its thing. Right there. I want to use turns like these. This is the important thing that we need to be aware of. I want to make sure I use turns like this one, where there is no enemy that I need to kill, to put Echoes on other floors instead of just inspiring mindlessly bottom floor. The deck that we have built should, emphasis on should, be strong enough to handle this. Emphasis on the should here. I should be okay with not always inspiring on this bottom floor. We also get to do the Return Soul Chain. If you haven't seen it, one of my earlier ideas with Wurmkin was just chaining 4 or 5 Return Souls in a single turn with this chef. I will now demonstrate it slightly for you. Not the perfect Return Soul Chain, really. It's actually, it's not, it's just you do 2 of them here. You go Return Soul into Return Soul, and then you go Return Soul. Since this one's holdover, it's worse to get rid of it, but you can chain into like, you have 4 or 5 of these and you pump out a lot of Reap on a turn like this into a boss who then takes their whole health bar because you chained all those Return Souls together. It's good, trust me. I mean, on that turn we put up 32 Reap, and that wasn't even that strong. So, I think I'm going to take another Return Soul, and it's going to be not a holdover one, because I'll just want to kill the Return Soul, personally. Want to get rid of it. Like, these extra Return Souls serve as 0 energy, infuse a 4 one time, and then eat them immediately after. You're gonna eat it right now? No, I don't. I think I eat Making. Actually, I'm gonna eat Making a little more, so I should eat Shade Splitter here. So I shall. Yeah, we're doing how much there. Is that overkill? That might have been overkill. Yeah, 135 AoE. Not overkill. I believe the boss comes to my floor next turn. Good job, Excavation Eruption. Proud of you. What the hell do I want to do on this turn? I want to play Rebel more slow here, of course. As well. I guess I just kill that guy. I don't see a reason not to. This boss is over. I'm doing a lot of talking and a lot of thinking for a boss that is extremely done. My man's not looking too hot over there. Or as Big Shaq once put it, man's not hot. Can you do the scratch that he does? I cannot, as you can tell from that sound effect alone. I am terrible at it. Some people are really good at that sound that he makes, though. I'm just abysmal at it. Maybe one day. Anyway, the boss is down to 1,000 health going into Relentless. I think he'll die bottom floor. With the Return Soul, strong possibility. Go Echo Infusion, Return Soul on the Echo Infusion for 50 gold. Play 2 Fractures at the boss, and then you go Return Soul into Return Soul, into Return Soul, into Fracture. Yeah, we're off by just a touch for killing him on bottom floor. That's alright though. Off by like 7. Pardon me, 89. And yeah, up until now, and probably into the next 2 combats, the boy on the top floor has not gotten to do anything. This is to be expected. He's caught like 1 or 2 enemies for us, but he hasn't been needed. This will change in roughly 3 combats. Umbra Stone, usually a no-brainer, snag that card, but this is not your usual run. Wurmkin Etchings brings back. It's a purple card, and it brings back 5 more cards for me to just instantly burn. 4 more echoes. I think that's good enough. And this is energy. I want more energy. Which way here? I think left. I don't need anything from the steel shop. Removals are bad, but I think left. I do need to pick up 60 pack shards. That's a lot. By the way, that's quite a few. I want to keep that in mind. Let's make Excavation Eruption do 53 times. It's take me to 80 if I do an infusion, which is not a good number. We're gonna go left in the final ring here, and I think I'm going to... I think I have to take the Purge Stone here, basically. What does Rail Forger's Hammer do? It doesn't do anything, really. Does it do anything? I don't think it does anything. History of the World might do something, but I don't think I want to be splitting up my chef for it. Frozen Nostalgia's bad. I'll take Rail Forger's Hammer. That's fine. You get the old one of each. Maybe it does something cool, I'm not sure. Winged Indulgence, Notice-Stone Firebox, I don't want any of these. Firestone Housing is okay. Mind Horde is deceptively good. Firestone Housing I'm not that excited about. Hey, you know what's actually really interesting here? Wing Clippings to give me a 50-50 on consuming my entire deck through Return Soul. Yeah, give me that. Okay, let me go to 65. I guess I put a Purge onto... Proclamation hasn't been that good. I'm gonna go ahead and Purge it. It's been hard to swing, because I actually do need to spend the Echoes. Or not spend the Echoes, I should say. Not that surprising. We are playing a Reap line. Okay. Yeah. I'm not worried. I'll take Spell Shield 2 here. This is gonna be a run just like the Gorge Penumbra run. You remember the Gorge Penumbra run? I remember the Gorge Penumbra run. This is gonna be a run that feels much like that run, in that, hey, look at this cool Gorger, he's doing such great things, right? And that line of discourse is held up by the fact that I have some ridiculous thing killing every single enemy for me. Look at this Gorger, wowee, aren't they so good? Well, when you actually look at what's happening on this run, I'm having Chef kill every single unit on the field. But look at the cool Gorger. He's doing it up there. He's actually not killing it. He's gonna let this guy walk at full HP. Not much you can do about it either. I guess there's some I can do about it. I'm just trying to not fall victim to the classic mistake of trying to catch up when I need to get ahead. But I also don't want to let this guy walk up unscathed, because he will do quite a bit to me with that regen. And this enemy. I'm gonna have a few enemies walking on me here. Ouch. That hurts. Losing energy isn't that bad. We have Return Soul to let me keep playing cards. Play Space Prism down here. I have a space to play a Morsel as well. It's interesting. Doesn't really make you do anything too exciting. I guess you use the damage shield and then... okay, like this, you will have it live. It's fine. Like, not over the moon about it or anything, but that's fine. This is the non-holdover card. Or maybe that was holdover. I think that actually was holdover, actually. Now that I think about it. I think that actually was holdover, actually. Come on, brain. We're not even that tired. What are you doing to me, brain? Stop sabotaging me. Okay, everything dies after the first wave. It really comes down to first wave, though. First wave hurts us. Everything after that is kind of free. And by kinda, I mean extremely free. You go... Turn Soul. What's this guy taking? 136? Bring back one other Return Soul here. 198. And I bring back a Fracture. Oh, he's just dead. I didn't need to bring it back. That's okay. Reserve. That's the Shroud Mitosis up here. Because these guys down here, if you Shroud Mitosis, you don't get anything. Okay. And then on turns where everything's dead, we just go ahead and we play ourselves a little echoes on the other floors. Huh. I will never draw this Echo Infusion again, so I just grab it for the money now. We did take a money trial as well. Unless it was Spell Shield. I remember that. Ooh, Living Armor. Living Armor poses a real legitimate threat to this run. I think it won't be that big of a deal, but Living Armor's threat that he poses is eventually he could do more damage than my entire health bar. And this is not a floor that is going to be very kind to Living Armor's attack from me. What's up here? You need more max HP, buddy. This is kind of scary. 25. I guess since it's just Chef, it's only up to 32. This is the true test of what Crucible Collector is going to do for me on this run. Does he get me through this? If he gets me through this, he gets me through anything. Maybe that's a little bit overzealous of me. But I'm a little scared. Double morsel. Go ahead and do a Wurmkin etchings as well. I'm filling up this mid floor with echoes. Yeah, you may as well look for more. We're just looking for lifesteal now. Lifesteal and max HP. Let's sit up. How we doing? You dead? He's dead. Look at how nuts Crucible Collector is. And I get that Echo Infusion back for 25 more gold. Look at our boy winning Relentless. This is the closest I've ever felt to pre-DLC in the post-DLC universe. Soul Siphon is great. Extremely good card to see Intrinsic for, among other things. Void Binding, I could use it on the morsels for damage shield 2 for 1, and it's an Echo. This is good. This card is good to take. 1 energy, Echo on the floor, 2 damage shield on my morsel that's frontlining. That's good. That card is strong. Huh. I need to go left. Like 100% I have to go left here, because if I don't go left, I'm going to mess up my pack shard count. I've been low pack shards the whole run. Intrinsic Soul Siphon. Exceptionally good here. -2. Before we -2 something, what I want to consider is duplicate self-infuse on Morsel Maker. Or more realistically, maybe duplicate and then infuse it onto Crucible Collector. Yeah, probably that actually. Either way. Let me take a look. We'll shop around a little bit. Ah, Wing Technology. Excellent. I feel a little more firm than in doing Morsel Maker Infusion idea. Feels like it's right. Stack this bad boy. Put him in himself. No, I'm gonna put him in Crucible Collector. Crucible Collector wins Relentless. He's doing it. I feel nostalgic playing this run. Hammered chest plates. Yeah, sure. Although Trader's Quill plus wing clippings plus Return Soul, kinda cute. Kinda cute. I'll put a -1 on Wurmkin etchings and nothing else. Remove consume. Yeah, I'm gonna pay $255 for this, and that'll be good enough for me. Remove anything? Any card not pulling its weight? Nah, not really. I think they're all pretty good. I could cut like a Shade Splitter, but these longer combats are gonna punish me if I do that. We're at 100 of 100. I have no money left. Let's do it. Chase Seraph will be one of the harder fights as well. Because he is, you know, a bitch. Morsel Maker takes the damage shield here. He's earned it. And we're gonna go ahead and Soul Siphon the middle floor. Like that. That got preserved, which is good. First enemy will be our only real scary one. Oh yeah, Wing Technology makes Morsel Maker much better at doing his job as well. Excavation Eruption? Wow me. Oh yeah, if you don't know, by the way, Trader's Quill says when a card with consume is played. It doesn't say when a card is consumed. So if a card that says consume is saved by wing clippings, it still does the Trader's Quill damage. That was the important interaction that I should have mentioned and made sure I made clear, because that is very important to know. And it's nuts. It's really, really good. We're gonna go in front here. Guy dies. Okay, I think with wing technology, this run is a shoe-in to win. Maybe not a shoe-in, but it's a lot better to win with wing technology. Yeah, check this out. Void binding, boom. Morsel blocks. Crazy, but it works. And if it works and it's crazy, it's not crazy. Or something like that. If it's crazy, I think if it's crazy and it works, it's not crazy. I think I said the phrase right, just ordered it wrong. Can't afford to play that, what am I doing? That card costs 2. This is -1, it doesn't say reduce it to 0. Foolish. Now you look like an imbecile. What the hell? I think we're gonna crush this combat, actually. Seraph can't handle the truth. I can do a big chunk of damage to him here, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. It's worth trying, at the very least. So go ahead and cannibalize. Play Shade Splitter. And you would just do a little Return Soul chain here. Return Soul into Return Soul. Into Return Soul. Into Return Soul because of the 50-50. I chain this for as long as they stop themselves from consuming. And I will do it with the holdover one as well. We can gamble a little bit. Okay, they're all gone. But now we just bring them back through Wurmkin etchings, because that'll give me 3. All 3 of them back. And we can do that again next turn. That's actually really cool, the way that that works with wing clippings. You can... I mean, it is theoretically an infinite, I should say. +10 here, and then +10 here is like a +10 here. It doesn't make a difference. I'm just gonna end my turn, I guess. Why did I do that one for the money then? I don't know, I like the money, I guess. There's some stuff up there. Need to make sure I don't let this 15-3 go. There's no chance that he goes anywhere. I don't want to play these in case they consume. I guess I won't. The end. No, I need to play some of them. Looping all of them again is cool, but it's not realistic. I should do this. Did I burn them? No, I lived. Sick. Okay. That Return Soul combo makes me feel a lot better about wing clippings, and I already felt pretty good about wing clippings. I was already pretty positive about that card, so now I'm feeling just great about it. We'll see that our Morsel Maker is dying, even with the help of the damage shield. Although, that is happening because the damage shield is getting swept off. And there's multi-strike here, I suppose, as well. Let's do something wild, like go Infusion on Morsel and then Mitosis it for frontline. That works. And you know what they say about if it's good and bad and it works and it's stupid and it's crazy and it works and it not works. You know what they say. You don't have to pretend like you don't know what they say. I know you know what they say. You've heard that saying before. Don't lie to me, I know you have. Yeah, meanwhile on the top floor we have a very respectable man ready for Relentless. A very respectable 131 × 2 ready to go. I'd like to give him a little more oomph, if you will. However, I guess oomph is on its way, really. Not a great morsel for Mitosis, but I just play Mitosis on a morsel here, and we hope that it doesn't consume. Too bad. If it didn't consume there, I could play it again next turn on whatever morsel I play. I mean, 14 lifesteal is plenty. And Seraph's only taken so little damage because of the lifesteal healing him a little bit. Yeah. I'm confident. I lost my Shroud Mitosis. That's the last of those. You can only win your 50-50s for so long. Isn't that right, Making of a Morsel? Nope, never mind, that's wrong. Making of a Morsel said, fuck you, buddy. I do what I want. Look at that. It's been so long. It has been so long since I've seen Crucible Collector stands alone versus Seraph. Seraph the Chase, no less. It has been too long, buddy. I used to love this unit. This guy and Thorn Hollow. Those were my boys. How sad I am to see them fallen. But this is the moment of truth, right? The whole run has led up to this fight. As they all do, I guess. It's not really a particularly bold statement, but nonetheless. Damage shield is very bad for me here for a number of reasons. A few ideas you can go with here. You can take Ember Drain 1 to just load these guys up. Obviously we're playing Chef down here. I think we're gonna go for... If I take damage from this first wave, it's not the end of the world. Go ahead and put our Crucible Collector on down. I think I'm gonna keep siphoning mid-floor. It just seems right. If it didn't consume, I could have then done the big nuke play, but it's alright. Water under the bridge. Okay, good not consume there. We kill the Wiltwings, we kill the Apprentice of Light in the front, and I guess they'll all actually take the Reap over time, so eventually they'll all die. Do you die right away? He doesn't even take damage. What am I worried about? How much do I believe in this Excavation Eruption? Like 0% do I believe in Excavation Eruption here. However, it's not really that good of a turn if I just play Shade Splitter one time. Yeah, I do it though. Yeah, it's probably better. It's a, you know, not that good of a turn, it just kills 2 of them. So what am I talking about? It sets these guys up to take a lot. Okay. At this point in the run, I think I should have removed Echo Infusion. This wave is your moment of truth, though. This is the wave that really fucks this run over. Every time I play it. Every time I play Morsel Maker Frontline, this is the wave. You know what? It's not looking too bad over there. I'm being honest with you. I am going to use this Cannibalize. It gives 15, but it also causes them to take 5 Reap, which is worth a little more than 15 to all of them, so. Worth a little bit more. I think I can actually Red X this wave. The mini bosses are gonna be scary. That's gonna be the real killer. But yeah, we Red X that wave. They're all dead. Mini boss on the next wave is going to be the scary one, really. We go through that. We kill. And you just hope for the best here. Do what you can. You're going to hurt me a little bit. That's okay. This is what I have to worry about. This Inquisitor is very scary. I think the plan is to play it cool here. Just a little bit. I'm gonna play it cool. I'm gonna Excavation Eruption this guy. And that's the play. He's got 15 Reap on him. Not really enough when you get right down to it, but he's got like 200 damage on the top floor waiting for him. This is where you gotta not fall behind and just die though too. 125. And then this is 164. I needed this card. Okay. Okay. Let's do some considering here, shall we? If I let Morsel Maker die, I think that's okay. I don't think I'm too worried about that. I can keep him alive through Shroud Mitosis, and in fact that may be the right play as well. 125 puts this guy to 300. I have a Wurmkin Etchings next turn at the very least, 164 here. He's at like 140. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put 1 Fracture here. I think 1 Fracture is all I should need. What am I going to return Soul on? I can do it on Excavation Eruption. This was originally my plan, but I think I save it now. Do it on Mind Collapse, actually. That's kind of good. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a Return Soul on Void Binding. make this morsel with extra damage shield, and then we're gonna shroud mitosis it. And that morsel, that's 12 damage shield now created. With 20 Reap, they'll die over time. I don't need to kill them. I don't need to kill them for survivability purposes, and I don't need to kill them for they're gonna walk to my pyre and kill me purposes. So I can pump the rest of my Reap into the Scary Inquisitor. The downside of that turn is I did not spend resources making Crucible Collector stronger, and he needs to be very strong in order to... He needs a lot of lifesteal ready to go, I think. Although Reap does a pretty good amount. This wave is horrible for me as well. But that's all right. I don't really have anything for Bounding Echoes to do here. It's a bit of a shame. Lure doesn't really matter. These guys die. This is all about stacking a bunch of Reap so they die over time. Morsel Maker dies here, and that's not the end of the world, I believe. There's 64 damage. There's no way you're stopping this damage. This wave is a nightmare. It's very, very sad that we see this wave, but that's okay. Because we can go Return Soul. This is the turn where we do our Return Soul chain for however long it'll go. Ah, that wasn't long. But that's alright, because they all die, and that's acceptable. I am willing to put another morsel down in front just to lessen the blow on the chef here, because they're all very dead at 35 with that many echoes. Okay, and then the rest of our turn goes to making Mr. Crucible Collector a little bit better off. And filling out some echoes up here. Why not? We want to go for attack and lifesteal. I think from this position we have a W, by the way. Which is really cool. Very excited about that. I played that card there. I played the Wurmkin etchings to have guaranteed purple for next turn for the mini-boss, because this is our last real impasse. Scary mini-boss. Very scary mini-boss, but survivable. And I think this run also comes down to having the extra health through Mark of an Exile. Very, very helpful to have here. This card's kind of dead. Just get rid of it. Does 30 damage. You're gonna get pinged. See if we get more than one. No, we get one. Ooh, Shade Splitter. It's fine. Oh yeah, I can also do things like Bounding Echoes, Morsel Jeweler here, which is cool. Yeah, Bounding Echoes didn't go away. I'll go hold that again. Yeah, alright. I killed the last night through Reap. I got 212 every turn from top 4. With lifesteal. But yeah, the Mark of an Exile was the correct play, I feel, in hindsight. Easy to say in hindsight. What was it up against? I think it was up against something not that exciting. I don't remember what it was, though. What was it? I don't remember. It was up against something that I thought about taking. Something I thought might be good. I wonder what it was. Oh, it was refracting lenses. That's what it was. I'd be 100 health and then some right now if I had refracting lenses. Couldn't call this one done and dusted quite yet. I want to make sure that I play out to the best of my abilities here. I think it's done and dusted by the damage numbers, but I'm not 100% certain, so we're just going to be 100% certain here. Reap Chef, you love to play it. Very fun. Just end up doing 330 AoE. And here he is. After all this time, Crucible Collector. I gotta tell you, buddy, I never doubted you. I always knew Crucible Collector. Other people, they said he was washed. Not me. I knew my boy wasn't washed. They wouldn't leave Crucible Collector behind like that, would they? No, I don't think so. Take that dub, buddy. You've earned it. A hard-fought victory for your boy Crucible Collector. That run was sick. I feel like I've had a very high opinion of Umbra lately, where everyone else that I talk to really hates this clan. And it's because I do these weird experiments and they work out. I think this was definitely a high roll. Yeah, I think this was definitely a high roll. Not really much more to say about it than that. Any run that gets wing technology. I think that Umbra would be a perfectly fine clan if morsels didn't get farmed by the Divinity on top floor. I legitimately think they would not be a bad clan, because morsels are really sick. They just get absolutely obliterated on the top floor. But I've been thinking about that run from time to time. The game offered it to me. Ever since that Gorge Penumbra run, the game, I was thinking about that run, where you play Crucible Collector plus Chef, and you just let Crucible Collector fill the role of Gorge Penumbra. And he did it. He did it well. Saying, speaking, shares. Alright, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.